Hello, everyone. It's been a while. Sorry for just suddenly dropping off of weekly videos. Things just haven't been great for me for a while now. Uh, Back in June, I lost my job. Um, I, the company that I'd been working for 15 years, has been going through some hard times, and so they laid off a bunch of staff, me included. So I've been without a job since then. And you figure, with me being unemployed, that means I would have more time to do videos, but the opposite actually. Not many people know, but being unemployed is as much a full time job as being employed is. Um, a lot of it is, job hunting, writing out cover letters, resumes, um, trying to find other means of income just to make ends meet. So I've been pretty busy and also pretty um, discouraged and defeated. So I haven't really had the motivation to make videos. But I might as well give you an update since it's been a few months. Other than being unemployed, I've been doing alright. I just celebrated a birthday last week. Uh, Fish are doing alright. Goldfish looking fat as usual. I got rid of about 10 of the offspring, but the rest are just here growing out. I finally clipped the wen on the black rancher here. There's still a lot to clip out, but I'm giving her a bit of time to heal before I clip out the rest. But at least she can finally see her food. Got all the pandas. I moved the three dance fish albino bristlenose plecos. I moved them into the 100-gallon. You can see some of them here. I also got a dojo loach. I traded in the 100 plus bristlenose pleco offspring that you've seen quite a bunch on this channel. Traded them in at the local fish shop and got this dojo loach and a few supplies in return. I love him so far. He's pretty feisty. I can watch him all day. He's always on the move, always just poking his nose and everything. It's pretty fun. 40 gallons still pretty sparse. I still don't know what to do with this overall. I threw the betta, one of the bettas that I got from PetSmart in there. He's been doing well with all the rest of the population in here. Um, as I mentioned a moment ago, I finally got rid of the 100 plus bristlenose pleco fry that were in this breeder box, and they've been replaced with these things, these bulb plants. Um, they're they're those ones that you can get at PetSmart. They're these the top fin, the water lily, water onion, and aponogeton bulb plants. They come there. You buy them dried up like this in the packaging, and I've got them in these planter cups with some rock wool, and I also put some root tabs in there, and I added this all yesterday, so I'm going to see how long it takes to rejuvenate them, if at all, and finally get some of these bulb plants that I've been wanting for a while. So um, we'll check back on this every week or so to see how they do. The Meduca are doing well. This isn't all of them. I actually have some outdoors now as well. I have a lot of the young ones are in here, and I moved a lot of the adults to outside in one of the small ponds. Yeah, there's about 50 to 60 of the smaller Meduca in here. I moved the Emekins back in here as well because they just weren't breeding when I isolated them, so I'm probably just gonna have to deal with some mixed mixed breeding, but hopefully maybe I'll get some pure Emmekins out of it once I crossbreed them back in. Got some fry tray over here. I have more eggs hatching. Um, a lot of eggs that were laid in here and from my outdoor bins. I'm going to be doing a water change on this later today. Maybe I'll show you some of that. Also have my little pygmy Corridor's army here. They all love to hide in this back corner over here. Once in a while I'll see them, the entire school just kind of swim out and explore. Here's the outdoor Medaka. The sun just came out, so they're just still kind of waking up. It's mid-morning right now. I think it's just become 11 a.m. So yeah, the water's still cold from last night. It's been pretty chilly these past few days. Maybe if I feed them, they'll emerge. Oops, didn't like that. The wind kind of blew all the food away. I had goldfish in here, but then I moved them to the pond, so now it's all just Medaka. There's a mixture. I think there's like one platinum and a bunch of like I think Yokihi and the Rio Goko. The Yokihi is the yellow ones, and Rio Goko is the ones that kind of look like koi. You can see one over here. Oops, sorry. And I've got a lot of the younger ones in here. It's a mixture of everything. I've got like 5 or 6 different strains in here. Can't really see them too well because of the glare. Well, but overall, I mean, everybody's been thriving. I didn't get a chance to show it to you all, but up until last week, there was just a whole bunch of duckweed in here. So much so that it was blocking out the sun completely, and a bunch of hair algae grew in here. I pulled like tons and tons, like 20 miles worth of green algae from here last week. But it's all clear now. I've got more of the Ranchu offspring in here. There's 6 in here, I think, 6 or 7. You can see 5. There's also a black one in here. You can't really see because it blends in well. Yeah, I don't know what to do with these. Maybe I might sell a few of them, but they seem to be doing pretty well in the pond here. I love watching them in the pond, watching them explore. I got the fountain fixed up, and I think for now it's just going to be a Ranchu pond. I have a net. I replaced the old net with this new one that's got steel woven into the netting, so next time the raccoons come by, hopefully the net won't stretch too bad and it won't break like the other one did. We'll see how it goes. I haven't seen the raccoons in a few weeks, and I hope it stays that way, really. Yeah, I love watching these little fat guys. They're adorable. Let me really focus. There we go. I've been feeding them twice a day. I want them to grow out so I can either sell them or give them away. I might keep a few just to keep in this pond. I don't know if they'll overwinter well. We'll see. For now, I'm just enjoying my chubby little fish. Quarantine tank. Currently still housing the black Venezuelan Corridoras. I also have the second male from my Petco impulsive beta haul from a few months back, the dragon scale. He's in here as well. I also have the 2 snow white bristlenose plecos are also still in here. unfortunately haven't had other places to move them to yet. Um, Again, budgetary constraints due to being unemployed. Um, I also have a bunch of plecos, other bristlenose plecos in here. They're all hiding in the back over here. I'm currently doing a water change on this, which is why it's only half full. Um, but from various egg clutches that my calico and albino bristlenoses made, these are all just stray bristlenose plecos that have grown up in other tanks, and I've been over the past few months just been trying to catch them all and throw them all into one um, tank, consolidate them all, and then once I catch them all, there's I think there might be one left in here. There's two or three in here, and there's two in the 100 gallon. But once I've caught them all, I'm going to bag them up and take them to my local fish store. Um, Snail tank. It's just a ram's horn snail tank now. Other than the bristle noses that are hiding in here somewhere, they're hard to see because the gravel is also the same color as them. I got the female betta from the Petco haul in here. She's doing well. She's always on the move. She's always moving around. She's very fat. I think she's been feeding on the black worms that hide in the gravel. Um, she's also, I can tell she's just ready to breed, so I might get that project starting once I have more room. I want to get another couple 10 gallons before I start a betta breeding project. Um, but yeah, that's it's a bit of a mess over here, and from just about a depression from being unemployed. Sorry if I keep mentioning that. It's really been my life for the past few months, and it's been affecting me immensely. So bear with me. The 2.5 rimless that I got from Japan. Um, Threw in some Medaka in here and some cherry shrimp. They're cohabbing nicely. The Medaka any Medaka I put in here haven't really been breeding, and probably because the water in here is too cold. Not sure. But yeah, I might move these out to the barrel outside. I'm not sure yet. I kind of like having at least a few fish in here other than just the cherry shrimp. Cherry shrimp colony thriving. Lots and lots of cherry shrimp now. Lots of babies. You can see, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but there's just babies of various sizes just clinging to the side of the tank. Every day I keep seeing new fully born babies, so this colony is in full swing. At some point I'm going to start collecting the excess and either selling them online or taking them to my local fish store. Scud City is still going strong. Very, very green, very deep green. You can barely see through it. Scuds are thriving. I have a few specimen containers in here. Well, one specimen container and one measuring cup that I got from Daiso. Um, there are eggs in here. Here are about a dozen eggs that I got from another breeder as a birthday treat to myself, waiting for them to hatch. In here, sorry for the bubbler, that's causing a distortion, but got some cherry shrimp in here to clean off the eggs that are also in here. And the eggs in here are just eggs that I've gathered from my own Medaka, so from the ones outside and from the ones in the 17 gallon that I just showed a moment ago. I don't know what colors they are, it's kind of a mix of everything. I have them in here incubating because this water is, I think, 81 degrees, so it's very warm. And the heat makes these eggs hatch faster, so keeping them submerged in here will help with the incubation. And lastly, the green water jar has become a brown water jar. There's scuds in here. Not as many scuds as I'd like there to be, but I guess that's what Scud City is for. There's a lot of mulm in here. There's There's this cluster of worms. I'm not sure what kind of worms they are. See if you can see them. Um, they're like pinkish red, and they're just wrapped all over the airline tube here. Um, if you know what kind of worms these are, let me know in the comments. Uh, it, yeah, it's brown water. It actually is more brown than it used to be. But there's also a ton of moina in here, as well as seed shrimp. Can't really see the moina. They're kind of hard to see because now the water's just gotten so brown. But there's a ton of free fish food in here. It's just little itty bitty critters that I could fish out with a brine shrimp strainer and feed to my baby fish. Very delicious, very healthy for them. They're all rich in protein. So yeah, that's about it. I Not much has changed in the fish room in terms of new tanks, but the stock has been different for each of them, as you've seen. I have a lot of footage that I have filmed over the past few months. I just haven't had the motivation to put them together into something digestible. But after this video, I think I'm ready to get back into that. So I'm going to take all that footage and put them together and release a few videos in the coming weeks. You'll probably see an unboxing that I just did. Um, Later in the week, you'll see the video for that. I also visited a koi farm this past weekend for my birthday. It was a part of my birthday present from my partner, and we visited a koi farm. I got to see all these koi, got to see their operations, and see their offerings. And I didn't get anything from there because I don't have any ponds big enough for koi, but it was a fun experience, and I'm definitely going to be back there for when I do need pond supplies. So I'll post a video for that as well, probably next week. But look out for those. If you want to, be notified of when they're released, subscribe to my channel, hit that bell button, and also like this video to boost it in that algorithm. And other than that, I guess I'll see you in the next video. Take care.